welcome to Polk Today. I'm your host, Brian Lacey. Polk Today is a daily show airing Monday through Friday right here on PGTV. It has useful information about the county, weather, and highlights from PGTV programs, along with previewing upcoming meetings. Today is Thursday, September 4th, 2014. Polk County Waste and Recycling means many things to many people, whether it's weekly collection of garbage and recycling or utilizing their construction debris program. Polk County Waste and Recycling provides a valuable service to county residents. Katie Yoxel with Keep Polk County Beautiful has a few tips about removing construction waste from around the house.
Hi, I'm Katie Yoxel. Thank you for joining me today to talk about how you can keep Polk County beautiful. To save on money, a lot of residents may choose to do their own home renovations. But what do you do with all those old cabinets, bath and shower holes, wood and cement blocks, and old fencing? The truth of the matter is, these items are considered construction debris and not picked up curbside. It's your responsibility to dispose of these. You must haul them off to the landfill yourself or call for a price quote for pickup, rather than stacking them to the curb. Know the facts. Take a few moments and make the call. Contact Polk County's Waste and Recycling Division at 863-284-4319. If you have any questions or comments, contact us at keeppolkcountybeautiful.org. I'm Katie Yoxel, and thank you for doing your part to help us keep Polk County beautiful.
Staying on top of the events here at Polk Today includes a look at the weather. For the latest forecasting conditions and a look at what's happening in the tropics, we take you to the Emergency Operations Center with EOC Coordinator Billy Abernathy. Hey, Billy.
Thanks, Brian. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bill Abernathy, Polk County Emergency Management from the Emergency Operations Center. This is your weather brief for Thursday, September 4th, 2014. Today, we can expect a high of around 93 with a low of around 74. With a combination of the unstable tropical atmosphere and the daytime heating, we can expect 40% chance of scattered thunderstorms today. Winds will be generally from the southeast at 6 miles per hour. For Friday, we can expect a high of a 92 with a low of 73 with a 60% chance of thunderstorms, mainly after 2 p.m. Winds will be from the southeast at 3 to 7 miles per hour. And for Saturday, we can expect a high of around 91 with a low of around 73 with a 60% chance of scattered thunderstorms. Winds will be light from the east-southeast. For Sunday, we can expect a high of around 91 with a low of 73 with a 70% chance of scattered thunderstorms, light winds also from the east-southeast. And now to the tropics. We're currently monitoring a wave over the northeastern Caribbean, identified with the white circle. Scattered to moderate convection is associated with this wave, and the movement of this wave is to the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Another wave east of the Lesser Antilles, identified with the blue circle, scattered to moderate convection on the northern portion of this wave. Movement of this system is to the west at 15 miles per hour. And a tropical low coming off the coast of Africa, located 200 miles east-southeast of the Cape Verde Islands, identified with the yellow circle. Environmental conditions are expected to become more favorable for development as this system moves to the west at 15 miles per hour. Development of this system in 48 hours is currently at 10% and in 5 days at 40%. I'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm Bill Abernathy, Polk County Emergency Management from the Emergency Operations Center. Back to you, Brian.
The language of art is expressed in many ways. The story of art could not be told without the proper backdrop. Polk County has no shortage on sites that host and support awareness for arts and culture in the community. One such venue is the Polk Museum of Art in Lakeland. Jane Waters Thomas takes us on a tour.
at the Polk Museum of Art with curator Adam Justice. And the Polk Museum of Art opened in 1966 and has been providing beautiful art collections for the residents of Polk County and Central Florida since that time. Today, Adam's going to share with us a little bit about the current show that is happening, as well as a bit of the history. Right? Yeah. So tell me about this very interesting object that you're holding.
This is one of the last remaining pieces from those early days of the Polk Public Museum, and this is a fossilized tooth from a mammoth.
How fun.
And I keep this in my office. It's a reminder of the history of the museum, but it also kind of gives you an idea of all the things that we collected back then. And a museum's collection grows along with a museum, and it changes along with a museum. And so with that first accession piece in 1970, which was a Chinese scroll, a 20th century Chinese scroll, we have now progressed to collecting pieces by some of the most major contemporary artists of our time. And the piece that we're sitting in front of now is by Damien Hirst. Damien Hirst is a British artist. He became prominent in the 1980s as part of the Young British movement, and he is one of the most controversial and collected, sought-after contemporary artists in the world, still living and working. And his work is sometimes controversial because even though they're beautiful to look at, his underlying message is how we as living beings cannot really relate to death because we haven't had that experience. But just because in our minds death is kind of that negative aspect or that negative contrast to life doesn't mean it's not beautiful. And so he creates these prints and these paintings from butterfly wings and moth wings that even though they are from dead moths or dead butterflies, we can still appreciate the beauty even though after they've perished. And
it is beautiful. I think that's the artist's life, is to live in the space of constantly posing the next question. And it is gorgeous.
This is a photograph by Gerard Foster and Norman Barker. And they're a photography team who focus on the geological side of artwork. And so through microscopes, they take these very beautiful abstract pictures of strata within the earth, minerals. Sometimes they take pictures of coral and fossils. And when you zoom in on a nuance of a mineral and just focus on one little bit of the surface of a mineral, it's amazing, as long as you could get the clarity of a very high-powered camera, that you can get these beautiful abstract photographs.
Art appreciation, we are all art lovers, and we all have the ability to come to the Polk Museum of Art and go, I love that.
Absolutely.
Or that's not me.
Right, I was going to say, you also have the right to come and say, well, this one not so much.
Right.
I mean, one of the great things about art is that it is universal. It's also very subjective, but it's universal. Everyone has their own aesthetic taste. And you know, it doesn't discount anyone's taste. Art is here for you to enjoy, if you like it, not enjoy, but it's also here for educational purposes.
Well, let's take another look at another piece.
It was created by Gabrielle Wu Li, who was a contemporary Chinese artist. She grew up during the Chinese Revolution, and she often told stories about having to hide paint within the walls of her house so that the authorities wouldn't find her out as being an artist influenced by Western tradition. She and her husband finally moved to the United States, became legal citizens in the 1970s, I believe. And it was amazing to see how her work changed after they became full citizens of the United States. She suddenly experienced that liberation of being an artist. Her works became bigger, her works became more vibrant. They can often be defined as abstract landscapes, even though I think the element or the characteristic that really kind of defines her work is the color. You can look at these and appreciate them for being abstracts, for being landscapes, but her use of color is just phenomenal.
It's emotional.
It is. It's very emotional.
It's emotional.
And it's
beautiful.
Emotional in a way that you get the sense that she's really freeing herself, breaking away from those cultural binds and those cultural chains that held her down for so long in her life.
Absolutely beautiful.
And we will have an exhibition of her work opening in December here.
Wonderful. Well, Adam, thank you so much for showing us around your beautiful museum and the Museum of Polk County.
Absolutely.
And we're looking forward to all of the great things you have upcoming this year.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Brian.
Hey, that's going to do it for today's show. As a reminder, to keep current with programs and progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and or Twitter, or even check us out on the Polk County YouTube channel. I invite you to join us Friday to continue our trip down the Heritage Trail and highlights from Sports Central, not to mention a transportation planning organization update. Those are just a few of the things we will feature. For Polk Today, I'm Brian Lacey, and we'll see you tomorrow.